God, this is gonna piss some people off.
Hey, y'all seen Dad?
I think he's in the bathroom.
Okay. Hey, Billy?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
ATGATT, Bonnie. ATGATT. Oh my God. Hear me out first before you get mad. I think you should wear all the gear as much as you possibly can. I also think you should pull all your gear off, pull your helmet off, and slap some headphones in and drive around your neighborhood singing AC/DC full blast too every once in a while. Let your nuts fall back out. It's 105 degrees where I'm at right now. It'd be more dangerous for me to have my gear on than it would, not necessarily a helmet. I should have some gloves on too, but I don't. If I had my jacket on, I'd be pulling on it, man. I'd be sweating, I'd be nearing heat exhaustion. And that's generally the reality of it when you tour heavy and tour hard and long and far, and your primary vehicle's a motorcycle, and just things happen, you know, you lose pieces of gear, you do this, that, the other, it's hot. And so that does happen. And here's the thing about it. They have this thing called safety third. And people, when they started saying that, people thought it was a joke. But they weren't joking, and because the reality is this. And when they had done, I think it was Dirty Jobs, when they had done so many of these jobs, there were so many safety lectures, and it got to the point where, like he says, it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. There's mom, 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 mom. And what happens is, because there's such this huge focus on safety, that people become complacent. And they think, well, man, these guys are so focused on this, we're safe. And they took that thought a little farther, and they started doing studies. They started looking into it, and they discovered that these like companies who were just over the top, spending so much time every day on safety meetings and all this, they actually had higher instances of injuries and deaths on the workplace, which got them thinking further, and they just realized that it does give a sense of complacency. Now, I get there's 1,000 holes in how that translates to a motorcycle. You know, I bounced my head off the pavement. I get it. I've hit a telephone pole and spent 7 weeks in the hospital in traction. I've broken ribs, broken a collarbone, and by the grace of God, every time I'm going down, I have my helmet on. And I'm not saying I went down because I have a helmet on and it was this overdose of complacency, but I'm just saying the philosophy that Mike Rowe came up with and his team came up with about that is not ridiculous, and it's actually backed up by studies. And here's the deal, I'm not against ATGATT proponents either. Like I recently was trying to get a well-known rider to promote one of my shirts, the Moto mouth thing, and which is cool, check it out, cha-ching. But he saw a video I did where I didn't have a helmet on, and he's like, hey man, I can't support that. I think it's a cool idea and all this. He said, but I'm not able to, you know, I have sponsors and they da-da-da-da-da. And man, that's fine, that's great, thanks for telling me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your candor and honesty. And but this guy, you don't see him on forums just dogging people. If anything, he's educating them. With that being said, maybe the ATGATT trolls could just back off a little bit and just be a good example. Just wear all your stuff all the time. There you go. Be a good example. If anything, you deter people from wanting to wear all their stuff when you go on and complain that they don't have gloves on when they're riding around their neighborhood. Well, for me, this isn't a ride. You know, this is just a tooling around heat bath to do a moto vlog. When I ride, and I ride fully geared, and hell, sometimes even as we're raising hell, and we don't have our gear with us. And you know, I'm just not gonna miss my life. And I think that everybody's gotten so bent out of shape about being right or whatever this thing is on the internet that just causes people to just want to dig and poke and prod and cut on people and dissolve the glue that holds these communities together. I don't think it has anything to do with ATGATT necessarily. If you're being an ass, it just has the opposite effect, you know. And I think most of you guys that do that, and again, listen, I'm not trying to be confrontational. It needs to really come out because it's off the chain, man. I think the remedy for your ATGATT, what would be the word? Your ATGATT tension is to do what I said earlier. Take your helmet off, put some headphones in, go listen to whatever band it is that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and then get back to your ATGATT after that. And I guarantee you'll actually be a more powerful force for ATGATT. Just my 2 cents. Story Moto out.